Rice is 20, where it is picked up and brought back to the 25, brought on up to the 30 and dropped. Huey Keeney, the halfback, took it and brought it back 10 yards, a relatively short, low kickoff, and before Tennessee could swarm down, and Dick Hoffman come in and make the first tackle of the afternoon. The game is on the fire with a 10-yard kickoff return. First down and 10 for the Rice Owls on their own 30, and the wind is with Tennessee. Tennessee is in a 6-2-2-1 defensive alignment. Rice in his tee with the left hand out wide. There's Eichenberg reaching, and he gives to the full, who's straight ahead, and Russ goes 4 yards to the 34. A quick opening plunge by the fullback straight ahead. Stevenson, who is backing up in the middle of the line as that play exploded, made the tackle along with Jim Myers for Tennessee, and it's second down and 6. Second and 6. And the Orange Bowl game, its 13th annual, is on its way. No score, of course. Tennessee still sticking to a 6-2-2-1. We'll watch the defense for you. Rice in his tee with the ends in tight. Eichenberg reaching in under the center. Fakes to the full and gives to the right half, who's into the line for only 3 yards. Red Anderson, who carries a cast on his right wrist, his left wrist, where he had a broken bone early. Goes up to the 37. And it is third down and 3. So here is a big play. It's the first big decision of the game. What will Eichenberg call back there in the huddle for Rice? Will he play it safe on third down and touch, or will he go for a first down and try to get moving out of the hole? And he's in tight. Of course, it might be a quick kick. Let's see. The left half is in motion. Keeney over to the right. Up short of the first down. A yard short. He stopped on the 39-yard line, the left side of Tennessee's line. Moved in there and met him. The left side. They held him in there tightly. Crawford, who is listed as offensive right tackle, plays defensive left tackle. Gross, who is listed as offensive right guard, plays defensive left guard, and they made the stop. And it's 4th and 1 for Rice on its own 39. So Rice is in front formation, and Keeney, one of the greatest kickers in the business, is back to do the booting, 10 yards deep. Slater, a single safety man to Tennessee. The kick is away. It's a low and hits on Tennessee's 30, bounces out of bounds right in that vicinity. Out of bounds on the Tennessee 33-yard line. First down and 10. And as you might imagine, this hard-charging Tennessee forward wall was in there quickly, and Keeney was rushed and had to get off his kick in a hurry. He just did get it away. And now for Rice, Watson comes in at center. There's a change, and Rice is now, let's see, in a 6-man line. It's a 6-2-2-1 for Rice, practically an 8-man line. Tennessee has Slater carry, cuts back to the weak side, and he stops at the 35 and goes driving 1 more yard to the 36 for a 3-yard pickup, and it is second down and 7 for the Volunteers. No score, and Tennessee has the ball for the first time. Watson and Malmberg making the stop for Rice. The ball out 15 yards. That's where the hash marks are in collegiate circles from the sideline at Tennessee's left. The balls are in their orange jerseys with white numbers. They come out of the huddle in a balanced line. Modified single wing. Quarter reaches under. Cattle, the fullback on a quick buck, goes up only 1 yard. There was a fake with Slater, the tailback, straightening up as though signals were off. However, Rice was not caught napping at all, and the fullback plunged in there, Mark Major, but only for 1 yard, rolling over the power of the 37. And it's third down and 6. Third and 6 for Tennessee in this scoreless early business in the first period of the Orange Bowl game. The ball out now about 20 yards from the sideline at Tennessee's left. Rice is in a tight 6-2. Tennessee in a single wing over to the right. There's Slater back for a quick kick, and he gets it away. It's an end-over-end ball that lands on Rice's 20 and is taken by Keeney back on Rice's 10. He comes on and is hit to the 15. Is dropped on the 17-yard line. He's hit by Huffman, who came down and made a sharp tackle. Huffman, and also coming down to assist on the tackle with him, was a fellow who plays shoulder to shoulder with him, Jim Myers. And so on the exchange of kicks, Rice kicks from its own 39 and gets the ball back again, first down and 10 on its own 19, make it 18. So that play cost 21 yards in the exchange of kicks. There was a quick kick by Tennessee that was effective. No score. Rice sends its right half in motion from the T formation. Eichenberg back, throws a pitch out to the full. There's Russ around left end. He gets to the 20, and he's hit at the 22, 23, and there he stopped at the 23-yard line by Charlie Mitchell, coming up from defensive right halfback. So there was a fullback swinging wide around his own left end on a pitch back by the quarterback from the T formation. He goes up to the 23 in a 5-yard game at second and 5. We have not had a forward pass. And true to what everyone thinks, that Rice is a passing team and Tennessee is not, we look at the statistics, shows that Tennessee passed far more often this year than did Rice. About 35 more times did Tennessee go into the air than did the Rice Owls. And Tennessee takes time under this blistering blue sky down here at Miami, Florida. It's a picture book setting for a picture book storybook ball game. Two tremendously strong squads. Jeff Neely, the Tennessean who is coaching in Texas, is now sitting down quietly on the bench between a couple of his players, and General Nealon is walking around over on the Tennessee side Nealon, oddly enough, is the Texan who is coaching in Tennessee.
WNOX in Knoxville.
At the Gillette State race the company to send you this tremendous ball game. Jimmy Dolan and this old redhead are very happy to be down here. Now for Rice, Gus Price comes back in his center. Grayish-blue uniforms with dark blue numbers, balanced line, T formation, but they use single wingback blocking up ahead. There's Eichenberg taking, giving to the left hand, who cuts through for a first down to the 30, to the 35. He's dropped finally on the 37-yard line. Huey Keeney ran it for the first down of the game. The first down, and that is the first offensive measure of any size outside of the quick kick. Mitchell and Slater back in the secondary finally stopped him, and that was the typical quick opening play from the T formation. First down and 10 for Rice on its own 38, and that play gained a net of 15 yards. Rice in the T formation again with the first down of the game. Eichenberg fakes and gives on a crossbuck to the right half, who threw inside left end up to the 48-yard line for almost enough for another first down. And Rice is now showing how it made things hum down in the southeast with this fine single wingback hard blocking, not brush blocking that they use in the line. And they are measuring to see if it's a first down or not. The officials are going out with a chain. There was a crossbuck. The ball was faked to the left halfback, given to the right halfback, Red Anderson, who cut just inside of his own left end, right back of his own left tackle. And it's very close for a first down. It may be. It may be. I think it is. It is by a foot, and Rice has picked up 2 first downs on 2 running plays, both of them inside the end. So it is 1st and 10 for the Owls on their own 48-yard line. That play gained 10 yards and 1 foot. Now let's check Tennessee's defense. Tennessee so far all year has been on the 6-man line, and so far all afternoon they're on the 6-man line. They're 6-2-2-1 set up. Rice in its tee. There is a fake to the right half. The fullback goes into the 50, and he stopped. Ooh, those 2 Tennessee guards let him have it. Myers and Grost in there. They piled it up right there at the 50-yard line, and he picked up 2 only. And that was a savage straight-ahead play. 2nd and 8 for the Owls. This is no place for little children out there on that gridiron this afternoon. It's been a busy gridiron, too. This is the 46th ball game that has been played this football season here in the Orange Bowl at Miami. Now Rice in its tight tee. There's Eichenberg back for his first pass of the game. Throws on to the left, and it is no good. Attempted pass to the left end. Wendell Williams. I know when CBS was down for the Rice-Texas game, that was the combination that spelled the difference. Those were 2 touchdowns, the first 2 touchdowns. Or the second 2 touchdowns. Anderson scored the first running. So there's the first attempted forward pass, and it is not complete. Pass down into the left flat against the sideline. So it is now 3rd down and 8. This is the first time that either team has been in position to open up for the pass. No score. No score at all here in the first period. 5-minute view. The left half, Keeney's in motion out to the right now for Rice, and there's a gift to the fullback, who's through for 5 yards, through for a first down to the 35, on to the 30, laterals down, and Keeney is going for a touchdown. I'll give you that again very quickly. There was the fullback. You remember they run him into the line twice for no appreciable gain. This time, Rush went in there and broke through with magnificent, hard blocking. In other words, this right line that has been coached by Joe Davis under the tutelage of Jeff Neely really blocked. It's not a brush blocking T-type with a razzle-dazzle. They opened a big hole. The fullback was finally stopped by Tennessee on his 30 and lateraled over to his halfback, Keeney, who went easily the rest of the way. And it's 6-0 Rice. 6-0 Rice with 6 minutes in play. And now Williams has come in to kick the extra point if he can. He's blocked by Tennessee. Breaking through for Tennessee to block it is the left end, Bud Hubble. Hubble blocked it. Tennessee falls on the ball. Hubble himself falls on it. So it is still 6-0. There was a beautiful, magnificent hole that was open. Not a quick opening hole. That was a real hole. It was open and right up the middle, right through Tennessee's strength. And Rice has scored through Tennessee's own boarded ground defense. A lateral was flipped from the fullback from the Tennessee 30, and Keeney went all the way. And then the left end for Tennessee blocks the try for the extra point. And Neely is sending in a swarm of Owls. Well, friends, that has surprised everyone here at the jam-packed Orange Bowl Stadium, which, by the way, next year they hope to accommodate 62,400. Bids are now in the process of being let for the double decking of the permanent side. Rice will kick. Tennessee being scored upon, elects to receive, and it is quickly in 6 minutes of playing time. And always they score in the Orange Bowl in the first quarter. They always have. It is Rice ahead 6-0 with the try for extra point blocked. Jim Williams went in. Now Rice is kicking. There is the boot. It's coming up to Tennessee on the Tennessee 24. Run back up to the 35-yard line, and there snowed under. Mark Major, the fullback, took the ball and came straight ahead, and Tennessee behind 6-0 now has the ball first down on its own 35-yard line. First down and 10. Rice is practically a brand new ball club in. It's a second string team, so to speak. To rush the first string is now that Rice has a 6-point advantage. And Neely with the points is playing the weather, of course. Tennessee in its tight single wing. They haven't made any changes. Single wing over to the right with a balanced line. A direct pass back to the fullback, Slater, who's back for a forward pass. Throws the right flat, and it is run out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Completed to Max Parton, who's probably the finest pass receiver in the backfield for Tennessee today. So Tennessee makes its first pass and completes it. Well, Nealon has made his call. Rowan is back as deep man. However, this might be a fake. No, wait. Rowan is not back as deep man. Slater is back. Slater is back. It is fourth down. Tennessee's ball on its own 45. Rice leading 6-0 midway here of the first quarter in the Orange Bowl game at Miami. Magnificent afternoon and very hot. Slater back. Hands outstretched. Is he going to kick or is it a fake? He is kicking. And there's his low spiral, which is going down into the Rice 10-yard line, and in the coffin corner. It's out of bounds on the 10. He aimed it for that spot, and he hit it. So, Captain Slater, Walt Slater from Providence, Rhode Island, 5'11", 180 pounds, he hit the coffin corner on the 10-yard line, and there Rice has to take the ball. First down and 10 on its own 10. Rice moved for its touchdown on 5 plays, taking over on their own 18 the last time they had the ball. Now they take it on their 10. And for Rice, there's a change. Watson is out at center, and Price comes back in. We'll check the whole squads in a moment. Now Rice in his T formation with Eichenberg running the clock. Keeps the ball, runs right up the middle, and 5 yards he rips off before he's snowed under by Mark Major and Jim Myers of the Volunteers. So it is 2nd and 5 for the Owls on their own 15. That was a quarterback keep in the T formation. He just took a half spin, sort of a count of 1-2, and boom, back he came right up the alley. 6-0 Rice. For Rice, we have the first string line of Wendell Williams, Armstrong, Nichols, Price, Humble, Malmberg, and Scruggs. Backfield is first string. There's the right half. Anderson motion to the right. There's a quick kick, and Keeney gets it away. It's a beauty. It is landing on the Tennessee 40. Goes down to the Tennessee 35. Rolls dead on the Tennessee 34-yard line. A beautiful quick kick into the wind. Dead on the Tennessee 34. And so each team has come up with a decisive quick kick. So there is still the foot in football. So it is first down and 10 for the Volunteers on their own 34. They punted just now, and Slater punted beautifully out of bounds on the right 10. When Tennessee had the ball, 4th down, inches to go on its own 45. The quick kick by Keeney, one of the great kickers in football, sends Tennessee back with a first down on its own 34. Tennessee 15 yards out from the sideline at its left in its orange jerseys. Single wing over to the right. Slater in the tailback spot, Major next to him, and there's a fumble in the Tennessee backfield, and Slater drops on it on the 31-yard line. So he recovered his own fumble, and it is 2nd down and 13. 2nd and 13 for the Volunteers on their own 31. Already you can see that the sweat is bursting through the jerseys of these teams. The climate, of course, is more suitable to Rice than it is to Tennessee, as it is colder in Knoxville, Tennessee, than it is at Houston, Texas. However, this is as hot an afternoon as you'd ever think of a football game being played on. Single wing over to the right for the Volunteers. Rice is in a 7-man line. There's a quick kick by Slater, and it's a low one that goes down to the Rice 25, down to the Rice 10, and into the end zone. Beautiful quick kick. Slater from a single wing back suddenly dropped back 3 steps, and before Keeney, the safety man for Rice, could do anything about it, he had quick kicked over his head. And now Major Nealon is sending in an entirely new ball club for Tennessee practically. And of course, that is one of the main assignments of each coach today, to spare his first string as much as possible, use his reserves in playing against the temperature. So Rice gets the ball as that quick kick went into the end zone on the touchback. No points, of course. 1st and 10 out on its own 20. It's a routine book play. Beautiful quick kick by Slater, who has kicked magnificently. And this promises to be quite a duel between Slater and Keeney with the right toe. 6-0 Rice is the score here in the first period. Rice in the T formation. Line in tight. There's a gift to the right halfback. It's the reverse. The left halfback takes it, and it is Keeney stopped at the 26-yard line. Well, I went down the drain with the same load of coal that side. That was beautiful ball handling, but Eichenberg can do it. I would have given my last collar button that Anderson had it, so did four of the Tennessee guys. They nailed him, too. Four for the Owls. Rice in its bluish gray suits with white headgears, dark blue numbers. Into right half, Anderson in motion. There's a fullback rush around left hand. He's up to the line of scrimmage, the 30, the 35, the 40, the 45. He's hit and dropped at the 47. Fumble, and I believe Tennessee has it. Just a moment. The ball went out of bounds. Nope, the play was dead. The play was dead before the fumble. So he was savagely hit by Billy Joe Rowan and fumbled the ball. It went out of bounds. Tennessee had four men on it, but the whistle had killed the play. So it is Rice's ball, and it's third first down. That was the fullback, Rush, who could run like a halfback, spinning around his own left end on the pitch out from Eichenberg. First and 10. Rice having the ball on his own 46. That play was a net gain of 20 yards. And so everything has been gained through the air today. The left half. Keeney in motion out to the right now for Rice. Eichenberg keeps the ball, and the quarterback runs around left end, and no place at all to the 49. He stopped after a 3-yard gain by the left side of Tennessee's line, primarily by Messerol and by Ballesteros. Second down and 7 for Rice on its own 49. For Tennessee now, it is Jim Paul at left end, John Francis at left tackle, Price is at left guard, Vern User is at center, Jim Bugren is at right guard. Rice takes the timeout. Norm Messerol is at right tackle, and Al Russis is at right end. In the backfield, the secondary now for Tennessee on the defense. Armstrong, Jack Armstrong, Bob Lund, Judge Ballesteros, and Billy Joe Rowan. So that's the situation. We have 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. The broadcast with the best wishes of the Gillette Station Razor Company. Gillette Station Razor Company. Out of it. But for the margin of no more than a foot, they would have had 6 points instead of 2, because that ball was blocked by Murphy. The first punt that put it back on the 1-yard line was blocked by Williams, Jim Williams, not Wendell. There are two Williams that play left end. Jim Williams blocked it. This one was blocked by right tackle Ralph Murphy. And also he had about 3 fellas in there. We don't wish to single him out unduly, because the whole Rice line was converging. Rowan had no chance at all. Caldwell has now come in at left end for Tennessee. It is now Rice 8 and Tennessee nothing. And on the safety, with the ball being ruled as going out of the end zone before being recovered and controlled by Rice, it is now 8-0 in favor of Rice. 2 points, and we have 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. So Rice has shown both offensive and defensive strength. Now Tennessee has Mitchell, ready to kick her off from his 20. There it comes. It comes up to the Rice 44, where it's taken by Keeney, who's back to the 50, back to the Tennessee 45, hit and dropped on the Tennessee 44. Correction, not Keeney, but Tobin Rote. Rote took it on the 44 and came back to the Tennessee 44, where it is first down for Rice on the Tennessee 44. Messerol making the tackle for the ball. First and 10, Rice on the Tennessee 44 and leading 8-0. Rice in his T formation. Second team is in there. Rote at quarterback. To pick up the rest, he fakes and gives to the fullback, Herster, who's straight ahead for 2 yards and stopped on the 42 by the 2 guards converging on him, Bugren and Price of the ball. Second down and 8 for Tennessee. On the Tennessee 42, and it is 8-0. Rice set, balance line, Tennessee in a 6-2-2-1 defensive setup. That's been the pattern all afternoon for them. There is Rhodes, a backward pitch out to the fullback, which is fumbled and recovered by Rice on the 19. The ball is recovered by Harold Stockbridge. There was a pitch back. It was fumbled. And the occasion for the fumble was the charge of the Tennessee line. That shook quarterback Rote before he could get rid of the ball. So that loses 8 yards and makes it 3rd down and 16 for the Owls at the 50-yard line. The ball in 15 yards from the sideline at Rice's left. For Rice, it is George Walmsley, the fast left halfback. Harold Stockbridge at right halfback. Dick Hurst at full, and Tobin Rote is the quarter. We'll check the line for you in a moment. Tennessee in a 6-man line. Rice in the tee. Rote gives to the fullback, who's caught right at the line of scrimmage. He's caught by the left side of the Tennessee line. Boogan was in there very nicely. Also in there was John Francis. And now Rice is sending in Keeney, the punter, and also coming in for Rice to keep him company, Price at center. Price plays offensive center for his snapping abilities, and Joe Watson plays defensive center because of his defensive ability. That's how they switch him on there. Rice's line now. Jim Williams at left end. Ralph Noble at left tackle. Ham Nichols is at left guard. Watson, Price is back in the center. And now Keeney is back, ready to kick for the Owls. 3rd and... there is the boot. It's away. It's a high one, which is going down to the Tennessee, out of bounds around the Tennessee 11-yard line. That's where it is. Out of bounds in the Tennessee 11. So the Vols get the ball back again on their own 11. It is 8-0 in favor of Rice. Lunn was back as safety man that time, but he let the ball go out of bounds. The rest of the Rice line, the right side, is Tussett at right guard, Murphy at right tackle, and Taylor is at right end. And Tennessee takes its 3rd timeout here in the waning seconds of the first quarter. And let us take, in the way of timeout, a pause for 10 seconds for station identification. Remember, men, look sharp, feel sharp, be sharp. Use Gillette Blue Blades with the sharpest edges ever honed. And this is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
WNOX in Knoxville, 2:30.
Now, during this timeout, there have been so many substitutions. They substitute whole teams in this hot weather, which, of course, we can understand. We haven't had a chance to get them all up. We just went across Rice's line in backfield. Now, for Tennessee, we have Stan Caldwell at left end, John Francis at left tackle. Boyce Price is at left guard. Vern User is at center. Jim Boogan is at right guard. And Norm Esserall at right tackle. Al Russos is at right end. In the backfield, it is Jack Armstrong, Billy Hillman, George Ballesteros, and Walt Slater has just come in for Tennessee. And now Messerall is out of there, and Mike Caduceus is in at right tackle. Caduceus in. Rice is on defense. Tennessee ready to go. 1st and 10 on its own 11. And back in punt formation is Captain Slater for Tennessee. 1 yard in his end zone. He's 12 yards deep. Hands outstretched. Waiting for the pass from center user. Waiting. There it comes low. Straightens up. Kicks it away. It comes up to midfield. And it is taken on the 50-yard line by Rice and done. picked off. Stevenson has come in at center now for Tennessee. And it is Tennessee's ball on its second pass interception, first and 10 on its own 30. They lost 2 yards after the interception trying to get loose. Milner, who just came in, picked it off. Tall boy. Now Tennessee in its double wingback for Tennessee, and there's Slater back for a pass. Back throws way down deep and to the left, and no good. Incomplete. So that is the second pass attempt for Tennessee, and this one is not complete. The other one was good. Slater to Totten, if you'll recall, was good for 5 yards. However, wait, this play may be called off. I see there's an official's red handkerchief thrown down like a gauntlet. Let's see what it is. What about it? Tennessee's backfield was ruled in motion, but inasmuch as the pass was incomplete, Rice refuses. So it makes it second down for the Volunteers, 10 to go on their own 30. Hillman was the man for whom that pass was just intended for Tennessee. He's running at wingback. Tennessee a single wing over to the right after using a double wing a moment ago. Slater taking a pass, runs off to the weak side, comes up for 6 yards, and he's dropped on the 36. There's the strength set to the right. He faked the pass and then went back to the weak side, back of his left tackle. Tennessee running from a balanced line, and he is stopped on the 36-yard line by Anderson coming up from defensive halfback, right halfback for Tennessee. 3rd down and 4 for the Vols on their own 36. Rice leading 8-0. And in the way of time, we have 10 minutes remaining in the first half of this 13th annual Orange Bowl Game Classic from sunny Miami, Florida. And, man, it's sunny. Single wing to the right again for the Volunteers. And there's a direct pass to the fullback who bowls in, and he doesn't make the yardage. I don't think it is ruled right almost at the spot where the ball was put in play. Just a moment. Referees come in. And the ball forward goes up to the 39-yard line. So it is 4th and 1. 4th and 1. That was Bill Gold, fullback, Brockton, Massachusetts, running up straight up the middle for Tennessee. Now Tennessee out of the huddle. Will they gamble for it? I doubt it. Slater's back in kick formation. He's standing on his own 29. The blocked kicks were not against him. They were against Rowan. Slater hands out straight, picks up a low pass, gets his kick away. It's a low spiral. Walmsley of Rice takes it on his 20. He's up to the 25, cuts away from one, and then he's hit and dropped on the 26-yard line. He's hit by Buddy Pike. He tried to feint him out of the ballpark, and Pike feinted right with him. And when Walmsley came back like a reverse swinging door, there was Mr. Pike to say, well, how are all the other visiting firemen here in Miami? And a man is down for Tennessee. Pike, who made the tackle, does not get up. And timeout is taken for Tennessee. It is Rice's ball when play will be resumed. 1st and 10 on its own 26. And the score stands Rice 8 and Tennessee nothing. And I'm waiting to see this big Pan-American Orange Bowl spectacle that's going to take place between halves for 20 minutes. And by the way, we have some of the outstanding newspaper men from the states of Tennessee and Texas who are coming on with Jimmy and the old redhead at halftime. And they're going to tell you from their point of vantage of watching their respective teams all season long how they have been playing here so far today. And we're looking forward to having you meet these splendid Tennesseans and Texans who have done such a credit not only to their own states and their own papers, but to sports in general and to newspaper sports writing in particular everywhere. Now a few changes for Tennessee in the line. We'll pick them off in a moment. Rice takes over 1st and 10 in the T formation. Anderson, the left half in motion, out to the left. The right half motion to the left. And there's a gift to the fullback, and he goes across the 30, the 31, 32, and 3. Carl Roos, who not only runs with power, but runs with speed. Cut through the left side of the line. The right halfback peeled off to the left flat. I miscalled Anderson's position for a moment. Excuse it, if you will. And Tennessee has another player hurt. Just a moment, let's put the glasses on him. And Tennessee has another one down. And timeout again. That play went up to the 34-yard line, which makes it 2nd down and 2 for Rice coming up in just a moment. And for Tennessee, hurt on that play was Russis. Russis, the right end, and he's being let off the field. Russis out of there. So that's the second straight timeout that's been taken for Tennessee for a man being hurt. And now coming on is Dick Jordan, who started at right end. Now we're all set to go. Across the line for Tennessee, the ends are Caldwell and Jordan. The tackles are Wildman and Caduceus. The guards are Howard and Boogan, and the center is Stevenson. In the secondary, Milner, Lund, Gold, and Hillman. Rice has its first team in there, and first team backfield of Eichenberg, Keeney, Russ, and Anderson. And there's a gift to Anderson, and he's stopped shy of the first down at the 35-yard line. The left side of Tennessee's line came in and hitting very quickly. In on that play was Stapleton. Stapleton or Howard? Sloan. It was Howard. Howard. First time he's handled the ball and carried it for a gain. It's close for a first down. They're down looking. It is a first down and goal on the 6-yard line. And very quickly, rushing in are 3 of the Vols that Major Nealon is sending in quickly. Al Russes comes back in. Vugren comes back in. And Price comes back in. Myers, Drost, and Jordan go out. So it is first down and goal on the 6-yard line for the Rice Owls. 15 yards in from the sideline at their left. The backfield for Rice is Eichenberg, the ball handler in the tee. Russ is back in at fullback over Herster. Red Anderson comes in now at the right half over Stockbridge, who just made the first down. And Wamsley remains in, the speed merchant at left half. Eichenberg's called his play. Wamsley's in motion out into the right. That's the left half. There's a give to the fullback. And he goes across the 5 and down, not the 4, but the right half, Anderson. And he stopped on the 4-yard line in front of the goalpost. Stopped on the 4. Second down and goal. Crawford and Vugren putting the double pinches on him. And the ball is right out in front of Tennessee's goalpost. It is 8-0 in favor of Rice. We have 4 minutes remaining in the first half, so time is now a precious factor. There's the tee. Eichenberg gives to the full as Russ stops, fumbles, and I think Tennessee's got it. Tennessee's recovered on the 1. Huffman tackled him so hard, tackled Russ so hard, that the ball squirted out, and about 6 of the Volunteers fell on it, on about the 1.5 or 2-yard line. And that's the way Tennessee plays it. And Tennessee got a man hurt on the play. That's the 3rd time a timeout has been taken for a Tennessee injury. Just a moment. But big Dick Huffman, 230 pounds of All-America fury, hit Russ as he came in there. And he really belted him, and that ball came loose from him, just like you tried to hold a fresh watermelon seed between your thumb and forefinger. Out it squirted, and the Volunteers, ever alert, maybe they've been waiting for it all afternoon, pounced upon it, and Ballesteros is hurt. Ballesteros is hurt, and that is the first fumble lost. And Rice has lost it, and lost it on the Tennessee 2-yard line. Major comes in at fullback for the Vols. And now, friends, let's pause 15 seconds for station identification. It's the CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
WNOX in Knoxville, Tennessee.
This is a close game. Rice 8, Tennessee nothing. And that fumble, with Rice apparently driving for another touchdown, may loom very important before this afternoon is over in the Orange Bowl Classic. Let's wait and see. Now, Tennessee, of course, wants to get rid of it. Slater is back deep in his end zone. 9 yards deep in it. But no, there's a buck, and they give to the fullback, and Major comes up, and he stops at about the 6 or 7 yard line. So Tennessee moves from the 2 out to the 6, and it is second down and 6. Tennessee on its own 6. So they faked the punt and then drove. Now in the backfield for Tennessee, we have Milner, Fielden, Major, and Slater. Tennessee quickly out of the huddle. Up over the ball is young Dave Stevenson, the tall center. Milner leaning in toward the center. There's the ball snapped to Slater, and Slater comes running in, goes across the 10, and he's hit at the 10, make it the 11. Dropped on the 11-yard line. Picked up 5, and it is third down and a 4-yard to go. Jim Williams at left end now for Rice made the tackle. For Rice across the line, it is Jim Williams, Noble, McGee, Watson, Celtis, Murphy, and Billy Taylor. In the backfield, it is Brody, Walmsley, Russ, and Stockbridge. Tennessee on the offense. Haven't got much time. Getting late in the first half. There's a drive forward by Major. No place at all. I don't think he got the first down. Piled up there on about, let's see, the ball's being positioned. It's close. But it misses. It misses. It is fourth down and over a foot to go. Noble piled that one up. Ralph Noble, the left tackle for Rice. 8-0 in favor of Rice. And Tennessee moving now in the very late stages of the first half here in the Orange Bowl. Comes out of the huddle in the punt formation with Slater back. Back standing on about his own 1-yard line. Walmsley is back to the safety man for Rice. Out at midfield. There's the ball to Slater, and his kick is away. It's partially blocked by left-hand Jim Williams. Walmsley takes the ball at the Rice 48, comes up to the 50, dances away from 1, from 2, goes to the Tennessee 45, is dropped on the Tennessee 42-yard line. So little Walmsley, step back, brings the ball back to the Tennessee 42. He finally tackled by Dick Huffman and by Dave Stevenson. And that Huffman really got an angle on Russ when he made him fumble just now, down there on the 2-yard line. He hit it. Caught him coming through a hole. Clock indicates just a few seconds remaining in the half. Not very many. Rice in his tee, sends the right half back, Stockbridge in motion as a gift to Walmsley through the middle, and he stops at the 40-yard line. Walmsley, the left half, straight ahead. Stops at the 40, and it is second down and 8 to go for the Owls. Their own 40. Major, Price, making the stop. 8-0. Favor of the Owls. This has been a rough game, and physical condition will tell in the second half. Heat has already taken its toll. We'll see. Toll.
Impressive thing I've seen out there is not only the smooth ball handling of this Rice club, but the way they can hide that ball. That certainly has confused Tennessee. When they see the ball, they do pretty well, but when they are as slick as Rice is, why, it's not too good.
Well, gee, Fred, aren't you kind? Here, I've been 3 times, and you sort of bailed me out.
That, Red, and I can well understand that with players there. And this boy Keeney has kept Tennessee in the hole all the time. We're just hoping that he that Tennessee can get a chance to operate a little bit, but it's been Rice all the way. Tennessee hasn't been in the ball game yet.
All right, Freddie Russell, thank you very much. And now, here's Walter Stewart of the Memphis Commercial Appeal. And, Walter, how do you see about it in the second half coming up, as you see it?
Well, Red, the most amazing thing about the whole first half, I think, is Rice blocking 2 kicks in a row. Being a kick block, and when you block 2 in a row, it seems to me that Rice is too big and too coverage of about 29 pounds to the man, per man rather, in the starting tackle. But the high point of the game from Tennessee's standpoint is that murderous tackle that Huffman put on Russ on the goal line. When he knocked the ball out of his hand. That's the roughest tackle I've seen all season. He almost disjointed him with it.
Well, Walter, what do you think about the second half, the rest of the game, and the heat down here today?
Well, Tennessee is always tougher in the second half than they are in the first. It's the type of ball club that can come from behind and has come from behind 5 times this year, but I don't believe they've ever tried to come from behind on a team that's as good as Rice. Rice has a marvelous ball club, but one thing you'll notice, the offense don't go too well when Eichenberg is not in there. I mean, he's so much superior to his in handling the ball to the man who comes in behind him. There's no comparison. Tennessee can hold, seems to be able to hold him when Eichenberg's out of the ball game. He's a big difference, I think.
Well, Walter, thanks very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, looking down onto the field, it's an unbelievably gorgeous, massive spectacle. In fact, they were just playing some of the strains from Aida, some of the strains of the Triumphant War March. And they brought out a float on the field, which is a great, big orange blossom bud. And a little bird came by here before the game and told me that inside that bud, when they finally open it, will be the queen of the Orange Bowl festivities. And so bands are just coming from every direction and marching and drill corps and all the colors of the rainbow. This is, I don't like to use words carelessly, but this is what I would say is an extravaganza. And thinking of Aida's music a few moments ago and seeing all this that's going on, my good friend Edward Johnson, the Metropolitan, has been down here. He might have an idea of borrowing about 500 of these folks the next time he puts on the big doings. No one band is aimed squarely enough to get a real fine pickup, so we'll wait until they cut loose and 4 more bands have added. And so there's the scene going along. And next we'd like to have Bill Reeves of the Dallas News come over here. We haven't heard from the Rice side of the fence. Bill, how have you seen the first half of this game with Rice ahead 8-0 over Tennessee?
Well, Red, I don't pretend to be a football technician. I sit up here and enjoy it. And I got my biggest thrills out of the terrific punting of Huey Keeney and the 2 blocked kicks by Rice and the terrific running of Carl Russ. I think he's playing a wonderful game. We haven't seen much of Rice's passing yet, but that still may come up in the second half.
What do you think about the effect of this extremely bright, hot afternoon here in Miami on the play of the game itself?
Well, of course, warm weather is going to affect any team, but Rice, after all, comes from a somewhat similar climate. It's a little more humid over there, but they're used to hot weather, and I don't think it's going to bother them. It doesn't look like it in the first half, at least.
Do you think that Rice will be just as fresh in the second half as Tennessee will be, although Rice's first team, I believe, played more minutes, didn't it, than Tennessee's first?
Well, that may be, but Neely has been using a liberal sprinkling of substitutes, and I think that they'll be pretty fresh for their second half.
Well, Bill, thanks very much. I know the folks back in Dallas enjoyed hearing from you. And Clark Nealon of Houston is coming over here now. Clark Nealon of the Houston Press. And Clark has had a double mission because on this trip over here, he's acted as public relations man for Rice. It's busy enough to be doing your own stories, Clark, but when you have to try and keep up with the press relations and all the visiting firemen and the questions they want to ask, you've been just sort of busy as a flea on a hot stove, haven't you?
Yes, Red, I've been busy, but I've enjoyed it thoroughly. My first mission is as sports editor of the Houston Press.
Well, now, what about your trip over here? Have you enjoyed it? What about the spectacle? Handfuls of orange-colored balloons. I understand they're going to turn them loose before long. Some 200 girls in colorful evening gowns have entered the field, and they have chains of flowers and colored umbrellas and these balloons of various colors, but most of the balloons are of orange. And I'm looking forward to seeing them when they turn them loose and go up in this breeze. And as we promised you, there'll be 1,500 people out here on the field before long when they finally open up this orange blossom bud and unveil to the stadium itself the Orange Festival Queen for this year. Well, Clark, let me ask you a football question now. Did this first half go along as you thought it would be? Have you been surprised?
I've been surprised in this way, Red. Rice has looked as sharp this first half as they have all season. I think a phenomenal thing about those successive kicks being blocked was that they were blocked by freshmen from Waco and East Empton, Froggy Williams and Ralph Murphy. The round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, is for the unveiling of the Orange Bud and the Orange Bowl Queen, Mary Delma Bryce, is now revealed standing in the center of the gridiron. And so hundreds of band members now, all of them have kneeled, and they're playing from the Nutcracker Suite, the Waltz of the Flowers, and balloons are being waved, and the umbrellas are being twirled. And the music is being played very softly. We won't attempt to pick up for you right now, but I have an idea that when they start playing the I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles and turn loose some 2,000 balloons, that we'll have quite a holler and quite a scramble. Well, Clark, thanks very much for coming over here, and
letting us sort of talk about the fashion show on the gridiron and with football, and have a good trip back to Houston. Thank you, Ed. So there's the music continuing, and it is a magnificent scene. It's as colorful a scene as I've ever been fortunate enough to look upon. And to think next year that the stadium will be double-decked if all the present plans go through. They're in the process of getting ready to let the bids now. So next year's Orange Bowl, the 14th annual, will have a seating capacity of 62,400, so they tell me. It's a beautiful show, and the Queen standing in the middle of the orange blossom bud, right out of the 50-yard line, equidistant between the sideline markers, surrounded by some 1,500 colorfully clad people. I'm afraid that this is the league in which radio has to holler for television someday to hurry up and come along with us so we can really give you the whole thing. And now there are 2,000 balloons into the air as the bands play I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles. Let's listen. One band after another playing, and there they go. Well, that's quite a sight. What do you think about it, Bob Wilson of the Knoxville News Sentinel? Is that a picture?
That's beautiful, Red. Certainly is. You mean what I think about the game?
Well,
right now, Red, it looks like Rice. But it also looked like Boston College in the first half of the game in Boston. Tennessee looked just as bad in the first half of that game as they have in the first half of this game. Of course, I don't know how it'll eventually end, but I hope that Tennessee can come back with just as much stuff as they had on the ball against Boston College.
Well, Bob, did this first half go off the way you thought it might go off, or were you surprised by it?
I was surprised somewhat, Red, because Rice showed a lot of power. I expected them to show power, but not quite as much as they did, and they're very deceptive with the ball. It's hard for the Tennessee boys to keep up with it. It's also hard for them to keep up with the ball. In the first half of the Boston College game, at the halftime, they had a good lecture and came back on the field after Neyland had given them a little talk on how to solve those plays and did a fine job of stopping Boston College speed, the same formations being used ever right. And I'm not certain that they can do the same thing today because Rice looks very potent.
Well, Bob, thanks very much. You had a good trip down here to Miami?
Wonderful trip, Red. It's wonderful in Miami. I pulled for this trip all year over all the other bowls. I came in 38, and we had a wonderful time then and wanted to come back. Always like to come to Miami.
Well, Bob, nice to see you. Hope to be seeing you one of these days soon up in Knoxville. And now, folks, Bruce Leah of the Houston Post. Bruce, tell us now how you've seen this first half and how you think it's going to be going around in the second half.
Well, Red, I think that the Rice boys looked up and saw those orange and white jerseys and thought they were playing the University of Texas again, but because they certainly have been sharp thus far. Carl Rush has played a great ball game, running with terrific drive in there. Virgil Eichenberg has been magician under the center in handing the ball off. And, of course, the thing that's caught my eye is the play of a couple of freshmen from Waco, Texas, on the Rice team this afternoon. That's Murphy at a tackle and Foggy Williams, the boy who blocked the two-punch.
For Tennessee, the ball is recovered in there by Dick Jordan. Dick Jordan and Mark Major. Major made the tackle and Jordan recovered, and Tennessee has come up with its second recovered fumble over Rice. And it is Tennessee first down, and Rice takes timeout. It is Tennessee's ball on the Rice 18. And Keeney, who was jarred on the play, I think his left arm is hurt, is coming out. Keeney comes out. And Walmsley goes in to take his place. And Watson comes in to center over Price. So Tennessee has come up with its second recovered fumble. And Tennessee has played its typical game. Manley exploded on that kickoff that time. Down Savage, snarling like a bunch of wildcats. And Keeney, fumbling the ball all the time, never could pick it up and never could fall on it. In other words, he kept trying to pick it up rather than recover it. And, of course, that just suited the Volunteers to a T, even though they don't play it. They use a single wing. So it is the second recovered fumble for Tennessee. Rice has lost two fumbles. Tennessee's also intercepted two passes. Rice has intercepted none. And Littleford a freshman, a very fast man, is in the backfield for Tennessee. It is his first varsity game. First down and 10 for the Volunteers on the Rice 18, and this is the very first time today that Tennessee has been in even a satisfactory offensive position. The very first time. They only made one first down. Now let's see. Rice put to its sharpest defensive test. Tennessee a single wing back over to the left with Littlefoot in the tailback spot. Back snaps the ball to Littlefoot, and he goes around his own left end. He gets to the line of scrimmage, goes to the 15, goes to the 10, and is dropped on about the 7 or 8 yard line and knocked out of bounds. Littlefoot racing around his own left end from a single wing back to the left. Humble and Walmsley finally threw him out. It is marked on about the 8 yard line. Just a moment. Tennessee back in a huddle. That's right, marked on the 8. It is. The officials take time. They are measuring to see if it's a first down. The officials take time. They're measuring to see if it's a Tennessee first down on the Rice 8 yard line. And that is the longest run for Tennessee today on the ground. And Tennessee is now making a couple of changes. Kelly is coming in at center. Also coming in for Tennessee is Howard. It's a first down for Tennessee. Stapleton and Howard are the two guards. Ghost is out now for Tennessee. So it is a first down for Tennessee at second. First down and goal. On the 8 yard line, 15 yards out from the sideline at Tennessee's left. Tennessee up over the ball, balance line. Officials checking something among themselves. Rice digging in now. And Tennessee, for the first time, is putting on the offensive pressure, recovering that fumble of the opening kickoff of the second half inside the Rice 20. Now let's see, it's a single wing over to the right. Littlefoot again is back. He's the fast fellow. Takes the ball, starts around right in, cuts him off right tackle, and he's hit right at the line of scrimmage and hit hard. The left side of the Rice line with Humble coming in there. Snorted him under. Snorted him under and dropped him down on about the 7. So it is second down and goal right there on the 7. Second down on the 7 yard line. Room to go at either flank. And the Tennessee adherents here are in their first real swell of happiness this afternoon. And Rice, for the first time, sitting up on the edge of its seats. Tennessee a single wing over to the right. Rice is leading 8-0. Tennessee, for the first time, is down close. Single wing over to the right. Littlefoot again back. There's the boy going around right in. He's back for a pass. Throws in the end zone. It is no good. No good. Incomplete right at the goal line. An attempted pass to Max Parton, who is going from the wing back position. So it is now third down. And goal to go. Tennessee on Rice's 7. So that was the attempted pass. And coming in now for Tennessee is Proctor, J.B. Proctor, coming in replacing Littlefoot. And he is rated the #1 passer for the Volunteers. So I guess Major Nealon either is pulling a decoy or else he feels that Rice's line is too strong right here, down close. So it is now third down for the Volunteers on the Tennessee 7. The second pass of Tennessee today. Just the 6th pass in the game. Tennessee a single wing to the right with Proctor back. He's a passing ace. Let's see. Major in the fullback spot. Plays being called. Snap of the ball. It's to Proctor. He's back for a pass. Dances around. Can't find anyone. Finally throws down into the end zone. Too far. Too far. An attempted pass to Dick Jordan. The right end went down deep into the end zone and then turned out into toward his right. So that is the 4th pass tried by Tennessee. And it is incomplete. Now it is last down. It is 8-0 Rice. And Keeney comes back in for Rice. So apparently he's not badly hurt. Walmsley out of there. So let's see now what Tennessee does. 4th down. Proctor again is back. Will it be a pass going for the work? Balance line. Single wing over to the right. Back comes the snap. It's back to Proctor. He's back for another pass. Passing on 4th down. Passes in. It is intercepted by Rice in the end zone. Intercepted by Rice in the end zone, and they take it over and put the ball in play with a touchback from their own 20-yard line. Eichenberg intercepts. So that's the 5th pass for Tennessee, and the first intercepted by Rice. So Tennessee, for the first time, is down in scoring area. Quickly concedes that it cannot do the job on the ground, goes into the air 3 straight times, and Rice intercepts its first pass of the day, and thus withstands its first defensive thrust. Stapleton, and Howard. So the Tennessee line is Hubble, Wildman, Stapleton, Howard, Stevenson, Crawford, and Jordan. For Tennessee, 3rd down and 11 on its own 31. There's the fullback spinning, giving to Littlefoot, and he's back to tailback for a forward pass, and it is complete up to the 40 and run to the 45 to Fowler. Fowler completes it, the wingback, and this for Tennessee is its 17th pass and 4th completion, and moves him up to the 45-yard line. So that for Tennessee gives them its 5th first down against 9 for Rice. 1st and 10 for the Vols at their own 45. Two and a half minutes left in the game. Tennessee a single wing to the right. The fullback spins, gives to Littlefoot, the tailback, who runs around right end, goes for 6 yards to the Rice 49 when he's dropped. Hit on the play there by Humble. Humble had him stopped. So it's a 6-yard gain, 2nd down and 4. And Tennessee is 1 yard into Rice territory on the Rice 49. And the clock now indicates 2 minutes. 2 minutes. They got a good big red thing painted in there for the last 3 minutes. You just have to use your own eye to try and figure out how much time it indicates. So we have about 2 minutes left in play. Single wing over to the right for Tennessee. Littlefoot back for a pass. Passes. It's a short floater, which is intercepted by Rice on its own 40. Anderson has it. He's going to the Tennessee 30, to the Tennessee 20, and there he's down. Anderson, the halfback, picked that ball off on his own 40-yard line and runs down to the Tennessee 20. And now, with about a minute and a half remaining, Rice suddenly, with an 8-0 advantage, has the ball on Tennessee's 20-yard line. And that is the 18th pass for Tennessee and the 4th interception by Rice. And timeout is taken. Time is taken by Rice. And now, men, look sharp, feel sharp, be sharp. Use Gillette Blue Blades with the sharpest edges ever honed. Yes, sir, you look sharp when you use Gillette Blue Blades because you get the swellest shave that a man can have. You feel sharp because you enjoy the most refreshing shave of your life. And you are sharp because you get far more shaves per blade and save money. Men in the know, wherever you go, say the same thing. Gillette Blue Blades give the best-looking shaves, the quickest and easiest that money can buy. Rice, for excessive time, in delay of the game, is charged 5 yards, which runs up the total against them to 40 yards in penalties to roughly 65 at Tennessee. We just got it as we go. These are only our approximate figures. But it is now 1st down and 15 for the Owls on the Tennessee 25-yard line. And that is the 4th pass that Rice has intercepted today out of Tennessee's 18 thrown. Sloan and Caldwell has come in for Tennessee. And for Rice, Malmberg is out, and Mercy takes his place. It is 8-0 in favor of the Owls, who have slightly left with just around a minute and a half remaining in play. Rice in his T formation. Eichenberg gives to the left halfback. Keeney, who goes for 2 yards, and he stops at the 23. And it is 2nd down and 13. Rice on the Tennessee 23. Ball being spotted. We have around a minute remaining. Time running out. Rice ahead, 8-0. Tennessee digging in. The ball 16 yards out from the sideline at Rice's left. Lanza is the first looking left hand out there for Rice. Rice in his tee. There's a backward pass, and there's the right halfback, Buckley, cutting in and goes down to about the 20. He doesn't get very far. The right halfback in a sweep around left hand. Goes to the 20, picks up 3 yards, and it is 3rd down and 10. 3rd and 10 for the Owls in the Tennessee 20. Milner and Stapleton putting the brakes on. We have about 45 seconds. 35 to 45 seconds. This clock cannot be read exactly. Tennessee sends its left halfback, Keeney, in motion out to the right. Eichenberg back. He hasn't thrown a pass in the second half, but he's going to try one now. And there she goes into the end zone and too far. No goal. The pass is intended for Keeney. And the laugh that you hear is a great big black dog. And I would say a very mixed ancestry. He's running out there, and he's right out there with all the players. Man, that's a simile, isn't it? As friendly as a puppy. There he is out there. Just jumping around and barking. Watson comes out of the game, and Price goes in for Rice, and Watson comes out with the dog, and now the dog goes back in. As going into the game is Hester at fullback for Rice. Well, the dog's running around. For Rice, that's its 5th pass, and the first one tried in the second half. Not a one completed. Pugh comes in at right halfback now for Rice. We have just about 10 or 15 seconds remaining. It is last down for the Owls. And there is the quarterback, Eichenberg, running straight ahead down to the 15-yard line. Running through the middle, trying to use up these last few seconds. And the ball will go over to Tennessee. Tennessee takes the ball on its own 15. It's Tennessee's ball now. First down on its own 15. And the game is over. Is it over? That's right, the game is over. It's right, the game is over.